following podcast may be explicit. One Joe Young presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com. Hi, and welcome to Adventures from the Shed. You're back with us online and waving, except for Christy. And we are here with continuation of our 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign that we're calling Never Gonna Give You Up. And we're going to go around and say hi quick, and then we'll get a recap. But let's see who wants to say hi first, which is the guy who didn't wave when everyone else waved. Go ahead, Chris.
Chris, we can't hear you.
Chris, speak up. Use your words. Use your words, Chris.
Use your inside voice. Can't hear you.
Use your voice.
All right, so that's Chris. He's playing Abraxas, the Paladin.
I am Chris, and I'm playing Abraxas.
Yeah, with a heart of gold and a breath of fire. And no, we still can't hear you. So you click around there. If you want, I can get you an IT guy. He is an IT guy. That's the joke here. But after him is this other guy up in the other corner now. Damn it, this corner.
Hi.
He's chewing.
No, I'm not chewing. I'm moving a mint around in my mouth. But I am Eli. I'm playing Aerithnis Siegfried, human fighter, military man extraordinaire.
Heart of gold, breath of fire. Next is
Jason, and I am playing the...
there he is. Just in
there
time. There you go.
Go
ahead,
I don't know.
Jason.
I don't know what happened. It was weird.
Well, Jason is playing Bell G. Waffle, the halfling of Man of Mystery, the halfling rogue.
Cool. He's half man and half nothing, right?
Absolutely. It's a homebrewed character. It's a homebrewed race.
Mr. Not Randall.
Right, ladies, listen up. We got a nice, tall, 6'2", salty, peppered hair named Miles, and he is a bard extraordinaire with a heart of gold and a breath of fire.
So you want me to answer the phone with my clothes on? Chris, you're going to give us a recap because we couldn't hear you when it was your turn. I suppose that's probably not.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
No.
Good.
All right. So first, Miles, what are you wearing? Next, recap time. Oh, jeez. Always the loincloth. Is it made out of goblin loins?
I'm rubbing cheese all over.
Made out of goblin loins. Cool.
Indeed.
Okay. So last time we had, because Belle finally joined the party again. We had him check out the tracks in the woods, but he was just as good as the rest of us and couldn't tell any difference of the pile of tracks and somebody being dragged. So thumbs up on that one.
Yeah.
So we decided to keep going our northish or northwestish passage direction. And along our travels, Siegfried noticed a clearing off to the right, about 100 yards out. Nice little clearing, and we went to go check it out. It turned out to be a little bigger village of stone buildings, like the one we've encountered previously. The only two buildings that stood out were a town hall and a church. But Braxton and Bell decided to make their way to the church while Siegfried and Miles checked out the perimeter, see if anything was going on. So we got the heebie-jeebies at the church, and Abraxas also felt some craziness that could possibly be going on in the town hall, which we'll find out soon enough. And Siegfried and Miles were checking out the perimeter, checking out a tower, and they could see that there was a little farmland off to the side. Siegfried still thinks something's up with this whole area, but it turns out the church was attacked at one time. We're thinking maybe possibly a couple hundred years ago by creatures, not necessarily humanoid creatures. We don't know if they're natural or unnatural beings that attacked and defaced the church for Gordon the Deceiver. So I assume we're going to run into some Gordon the Deceiver fans soon enough.
The fans. So where we left off was Siegfried checking out the perimeter of the church to look for anything.
Gordon of the Deceiver.
Good.
Gordon the Deceiver.
Oh, God, yeah, well, maybe.
Maybe
Gordon
not.
Ramsay the Deceiver.
Gordon Ramsay. Fucking raw!
What are
I have
you?
a Gordon
What are
Ramsay
you?
soundboard on my phone. Actually, wake up, you donut is my main notification sound.
Siegfried, you muppet! So around the back, you notice that staff entrance is just busted in, and it occurs to you that more of the remains are there than in the other buildings that you saw where things were run down. All right, so the more of the wood, the stone, there's less dust around, etc. So this actually looks like it may have happened more recently than the other stuff around town has happened. Inside of there is a nearly clean skeleton. I say clean as in it's almost all white. There's just little bits of clothing or something hanging off of it. But it's a full skeleton, human if not humanoid, or humanoid if not human. And the arrangement of clothing would indicate to you it was a priest of some kind. And that's like 10 feet inside, like right to the left of the door.
Okay.
But from what Siegfried was originally scoping out, it does look like there was some kind of force that busted the door in, whether it be a big creature or a makeshift battering ram or something like that. Something definitely busted the door in. The door wasn't opened the right way for sure. And then that skeleton that is nearly intact and has some remains of clerical remnants on it. Clothing.
Siegfried is going to go to the remains of this alleged priest and place a gold piece in his mouth.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of mutter like, sorry about your village.
Sorry about your dog, man.
From there, he's going to see if he can meet back up with the group from here and pick out any other small details on the way, any other significant figures that may be lying around on the floor here, any other battle damage.
The path from where you are to where they are in the main worship area of the church is just a couple of hallways and open archways that you end up stepping out right onto the where the altar is up on the top. I don't even know if that has a specific name to it. I can't even think about it. But anyway, it's a raised spot. What's that?
Dais.
Stage.
Yeah, a dais would work.
But it's not just like a pedestal or something. It is the whole area.
Yeah,
it's just like 2 steps up.
Pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah, somebody go for it.
Stage.
Dear Wikipedia, what the hell is Joe talking about?
Yeah, dais. It's a raised platform.
Okay, then there we go.
I call it a stage.
Yeah.
It's a church stage. And there is an altar in the middle, and it's made of stone, and it looks like it is generally intact. It's been hit. There are crack marks in it.
Burn marks?
Just a point for Siegfried, your journey through the couple of hallways, maybe the 50 feet or so that gets you like a little zigzag up to the church stage dais, they along the way, anything that would have symbolized the previous deity has been destroyed in some way, scratched out, broken, and there was a couple of spots where it says praise, and then it's all scratched out, and next to that in crude writing, like on outside, is GOR, and that is what you see on the way up. To your point of anything out of the ordinary, out of place. Everything that would have indicated worship to a different deity has been defaced, destroyed, scratched out, whatever it may be. And you arrived, like I said, at the dais church stage, and we have no burn marks, Chris. As far as all around, there's no burn marks. There are a little bit of scorch marks on the wall where there were torch holders, but that's from torches. Doesn't look like there are any burn marks like fireball or.
So there aren't any burn marks that could be too precise for sand people, is what you're saying.
Exactly. Only Imperial troopers could make these. Yeah.
Scorch marks like that. Torch guns. Gotcha.
So I mentioned the altar. As Siegfried approaches it, everybody would pretty much see the same thing. Several slabs of stone thick slabs of stone. It's about maybe a 6-inch thick slab of stone that's 3 by 6. Think about the size of a folding table that we would have today. And it is walled in with the 4 more slabs of stone with the big one on top. It looks like it's been hit and cracked, but it is not broken and destroyed like almost everything else in here.
Miles is going to walk around and look for either like a book of hymns or some music sheets that would have been up on the stage area. Just mild curiosity, and he might use it to, if they ever cleanse this town of whatever evil that still resides in it, might just do one of their songs in the church to hopefully ease the spirits that may be still restless in this town.
Cool. All right. He's looking around for that. What is Bell up to here?
Well, I came in there to help Abraxas when it came to searching for any hidden passageways or places where the people could have had, like, any information as far as the last stand and where they might have exited out from and things like that.
Okay. Let's say, Jason, what would you want? Where would you want to steer for that? An investigation or a perception, or what are you thinking?
I would say I'm looking for something specific as far as like maybe a secret passage or a way they hid somewhere. I would say it'd be investigation.
All right. So you're looking for that loose flagstone or the spot where you can push and make it work.
Yeah, or there's a loose piece of rug somewhere and maybe behind that or under that. Something
Maybe
like that.
somebody crawled their way behind something. There's like a drag mark of blood and it ends like mysteriously.
There you go.
That kind of
so
thing.
let's get an investigation check for Bell.
Oh, that is a natural 1, but because it's an ability check, I have lucky, which is a racial trait, and I can re-roll it. So
Nice.
That's lucky.
Let's re-roll that. And that is a 9 plus 2. That would be 11 total.
So
That's
2
so
ones.
much
Awesome.
better than a 1.
So much better.
Together.
I first go to bend down and I bang my head on a board, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then
How does the small guy bang his head?
Yeah, the pews are broken and stuff like that. I just kind of wang my head on something.
You rolled exactly what you needed to be above average.
Hey.
The bare minimum.
Bare minimum
On the
Bell.
second roll. All right. To Chris's point, there are trails, footprints, things been dragged, not blood trails, but definitely things leading towards the altar that don't lead back away from it.
So
See if we can move this altar. I mean, it looks like they were attacking it for some purpose.
Yeah, no, I think I think if you don't get any your divine sense isn't tingling right around the altar, we can move this thing, and you think we'll be all right.
I'm not going to guarantee anything. Life has no guarantees.
All right, well, let's move it then.
For your reference, Chris, there was nothing divine sense indicated within the church.
Right, yeah. Just
Neither good nor bad, as far as, religious and
Right, so
sensing and
let's-
stuff.
So Braxis, let's move this thing.
Before we move the altar, I do want to make it clear that the entirety of this church has been defiled. Any reference to previous occupants in the hallways back there, praises to their gods, little filigree in the archways, all of it has been completely turned to rubble, annihilated.
What a mess.
Replaced with this GOR.
And Miles, you are unable to find any type of literature of this church.
Probably been burned.
He sighs. He has a big heart, so he just was wanting to do something good for them.
Yep.
But
Well, you may still find something, but for what you were looking for, there's nothing you can see at this point.
fair enough.
It seems that it is very thorough, that whatever deity this was constructed for has been erased from the building itself.
I can't find anything I was looking for. Bill, are you doing what we were doing in the tower? Looking for a hidden thing?
Oh yeah, I found the stuff going towards the altar. You come over to the altar. We gotta move this thing.
On my way.
All right.
Just
This
rushes over
is, if you're trying to move the lid off of the altar, as it were, this is definitely a feat of strength that is going to require multiple people. So tell me what it looks like, and I'll give you an idea of what we need to roll.
I guess if I can squat down and get my body underneath part of it if I can. I'll just kind of squat and stand up, and then while everybody tries to lever somehow.
Can I physically reach it, or do I have to get like a stone and stand on it to try to help lift?
You could reach it. It itself is maybe about 3 feet off the ground, the lid, so to speak. And so, yeah, your arms could go up from there. Right?
Okay. All right. What I'll try to do is I'll try to take one of the daggers I got and just put it in and try to help pry it open and lift it up a little bit.
Yeah, there's not much of a lip or anything to grab onto, but it is clear that these are slabs of rock. So there are little grooves that you could stick a dagger point in, or something that you could use to pry if you wanted.
Yeah. I'll help out in that way. Since I'm not the strongest, I'll try to use some leverage and help out that way.
Pickaxe.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Magic pick. Get those abs in there.
How are you going to use that?
It's gonna.
You can do an abs workout.
If he can get the dagger, and Miles feels like he can get the kind of pointy end, the pick side into the groove, and then he's gonna stand on like the opposite side and just kind of pull. If he's gonna try that
that's
first.
Gonna hurt when the little piece of rock gives way, isn't it?
He's ready for it.
Okay.
He's ready for the damage.
Siegfried
is going to sit back and watch. Hand axe in one hand, healing spell ready in the other.
Camcorder in the other. He's holding everyone else's beer at this point.
I am rolling, guys. Go do it.
I'm recording this on my crystal ball.
So let's do this. Of course, I think the guy with the highest strength is sitting this one out. No, I take that back. Abraxas has one higher strength, but the same modifier. Let's do this. Miles, Abraxas, and Bell will each roll a d20. Whatever is the highest of those three will get Abraxas' strength modifier on it.
Nice.
Okay.
And Randy, I'm not going to tell you why, but you're going to roll with advantage. You're going to roll 2.
Oh, okay.
By telling you, I'm not going to tell you why. You might figure it out.
Who's rolling?
3 is a 13.
Everyone but Eli, because he's making sure everyone else is doing good.
Okay,
16.
So I got a 9 and a 10. The best was 13.
All right. 16
for me.
And Chris, what you got for Abraxas?
I assume I'm using my strength modifier on this and all that craziness.
What's on the d20?
I was strength, not
just 18.
Sorry, my bad. 11, not 13. Sorry, I was looking at Dex.
Yep. Well, we're just looking at the d20 roll, and whatever the highest one, we're going to apply Abraxas' strength modifier to it.
Yep, that would be Abraxas then.
All right.
I got a 16.
So, yeah, you Abraxas, maybe as part of your efforts, you're able to help push on the handle of the pickaxe with Miles or something, and you are able to move the slab just enough that you can see. Let's say you can see about 4 inches of opening that just goes into darkness inside. The daylight that is within the church doesn't seem to penetrate the opening. It's just very dark in there.
Can we get that? Can we make that opening bigger?
The slab doesn't seem to want to move any further than that.
Shall I go to town on it with the pickaxe?
I don't know. You think there's some kind of release somewhere? Some switch, lever, button somewhere? I don't know, Bell. You into this kind of stuff?
Well, I mean, I can't see what's inside there. I'm down below. I can't tell. What is it? Is it gold? Is it what's inside?
You can drop a torch down there. That's all I can do.
Yeah, I got a torch. I'll hand him my torch.
Light it up and drop it in.
Well, can you light it up for me, please? I put it up to your face.
You could, Bell, if you wanted, you could just get up on top where the slab is.
Okay, yeah, I'll get up on top. But yeah, can you just spark this for me, please, here, and I'll just
spark it.
All right.
Okay, yeah, light it up. I drop it into the hole of the darkness.
Okay, you're just going to drop it in there.
Yeah, just drop it in.
Okay. So the torch goes down, you would guess about 20 feet or so, and then starts bouncing to the side as if it's bouncing downstairs, and then it kind of vanishes out of sight and everything becomes dark again.
Huh. Well, there's definitely a bottom.
There's got to be some way to open this thing up a little bit more conveniently than what we've done.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can squeeze through that crack yet. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty small. I don't think that anyone's getting down there.
Can I take a whack at it?
You shall step aside.
Between the three of you, especially Abraxas, with the effort you put forth, you're pretty sure that it is now stuck on something, and strength alone is not going to do it. So you're able to move it to a certain point, and then it's just kind of stuck. So yeah, if Miles, you want to just hit the stone with the pickaxe.
I will do that. Do you want to roll of some sort?
What I would like you to roll is a wow. Are you going to hit it smartly, swiftly, strongly? How do you want to do this?
I mean, you give me options, so I would like to be in. I don't know that I can dexterously do that.
Be suave about it.
Be suave.
Be suave.
I'm going to really convince it to break for me. Now, see, for me at least, dexterity would be you could say something like, or just say what I'm going to say, which is I described that there were cracks here and there. Maybe you aim the pickaxe exactly at a crack, which would be a more dexterous move than a strength move.
Yeah, I will look for any grooves that may have had either added cracks or, as you said, that seems like the best option. I can't think of anything else better than how you described it.
Yep.
So here I go.
Clearly, if I'm going to say it, I think it's a good idea.
8 + 3 is an 11.
Okay.
It's better than average, but still not that great.
Yeah, you're able to hit it, and everybody looking on can see what is a green spark from the tip of the pickaxe, and a little chip of the stone flies off. But aside from that, not much damage is done to it.
All right. Well, clearly there's something protecting this. Abraxas, you said that there's some bad things happening across in the town hall. Do you think that maybe that has something to do with what we're feeling in here? And if we head over there, we might be able to find out, what this is all about.
I have an idea.
It's possible, but
It is
What do you got?
possible Siegfried has an idea. Let's find
Yeah,
out.
what do you got? What do you got? I look over at him who was sitting down and drinking a beer, watching all of us.
Well, just to be safe, I want everybody to step back, and I will cast Produce Flame.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, get one away.
I don't step back.
All right. Phew. And I tossed the firebolt, or the little fireball onto the top of the altar, just to see what it does.
It stays lit until you tell it not to, right? As far as the cantrip or the ability goes.
If I hold it, yes.
Okay.
If I hold it, yes, it will stay on for as long as I need it to. However, if I throw it, it will dissipate and transfer its damage.
Okay. Then as it reaches the top of the altar, the flame changes from its normal color to like a faint green as it flickers out.
That's not supposed to happen.
All right, guys, I'm going to try one more thing, if that's okay with you.
Hey, go for
Siegfried
it.
is going to raise his shield and take cover behind it.
Oh, take cover behind Siegfried.
I just raise my hand and identify by touching the top of it. If I can use identify on it.
Yep, and you just have to hold your hand there for a minute. Can you think of anything Miles would say or do while he was trying to identify magic in an item?
I want to know your secrets. Expose yourself. No, that sounds weird.
If you
Well,
say
if you're
so.
talking to the stone, it's not so bad.
That's his whole thing, though.
Reveal.
Having a conversation every
Reveal.
word's just innuendo. He's like, no, until he finds the right one.
Man, this thing is hard.
Just thinking reveal. Reveal. The whole
Okay.
secret, yeah.
So the time passes, and it just feels like it's just dragging, and Miles has got his hand there on the top of the altar, murmuring the words and phrases he mentioned. And after that what feels like an hour to everybody else, but Miles, it kind of flashes by it in moments rather than the minute it should. You are positive that there is magic within this, and it was cast by a priest of some kind, and it is a powerful magic. You feel that it is probably 3 to 4 times what you think you could do as far as a magical thing.
Guys, I don't think we're going to get through this without finding either some other way, because some powerful guy has some really strong spell on here. I couldn't even begin to think to solve
about
this.
that, Miles. Do you think it's a spell to keep something inside or prevent something from, getting out, or preventing us from going in?
Joe, I feel like it's trying to protect.
Because of the way Identify reads, I'm going to say that you're able to tell that the magic is meant to keep out. Right? So it's meant to stop people from getting in, not necessarily to stop something from getting out.
I feel like they were using this, whoever was trying to survive used this to retreat and was trying to keep something out from following them.
So
Maybe a lost cause, but I mean, we can continue to look if you guys want to.
Well, I mean, if you think that this magic here is beyond, you're thinking it's beyond all of us, right? Nothing that we have right here could break it.
As of right now, yes, but I feel like maybe we could come back later. I don't know. I don't feel like we're going to get through this now.
Arithnis, Braxis, what do you think?
I say we check out the town hall. Maybe something will be there we can use. Or there's another tunnel to the bottom of the church.
I'm good for that.
Are there any markings on the altar?
A big chip that Miles took out.
Yeah. Aside from the no deliberate markings to identify anything, there are the cracks from it being hit, the little chip from where Miles hit it with the pickaxe.
So do we feel like this is a lost city or just a lost city?
I think this is a lost city. I don't know if this is the lost city. I'm looking at my map.
Kind of small.
Yeah.
Actually, let's take a moment there then. Belle, the let's call it the news pamphlet that you picked up from one of the buildings on your way there. You take a moment to glance at some of the headlines. It appears that the name of this village was Tranquility, or could still be Tranquility, but it was named that. And what you're looking at is the Tranquility Times. That's the name of this periodical little newspaper. It looks like it's handwritten, and it has within it. I won't give you entire text, but you read through, and the gist of a couple of things you read are, we're hoping for the help to come before it's too late, and the followers of Gore have been too powerful for us to keep them out, and hopefully our last stand holds, and we'll give you more news next week. There is no date on it, but the look and feel of the parchment, the material itself, gives you the same indication as everything else. You're talking what you might feel is a century or more of time has passed.
So about a couple days to Bob then.
Yeah. Last week for Bob, yeah.
Yeah.
Last week for Bob.
So we could give some.
Yep.
All right, just FYI, before we go into the town hall, there's definitely going to be some things not so good in there. I don't know why. I just got a bad feeling about this.
Okay.
Miles, I don't know. You got anything, a little pump us up action before we walk in there, man?
When we get to the fighting, I can go and boost us up a little bit, but as of right now, not so much.
Well, let's take a look at this town hall. I'd like to get some answers here and see if there's anything else we can deduce, and start heading out towards the town hall area.
How about you pass that dragon whiskey around? That might boost us up a little bit.
Everybody do a shot of Flaming Dragon.
There you go.
I opt out.
He's already got the beer. Apple cordials.
Yep.
He's taking everyone else's already. He's doing the
let's-
second drink. He's walking around emptying all the ones people have left on the tables.
Yeah, let's do. Yeah, it's following Siegfried's mindset of like to do a perimeter check at the town hall first to see what's the best options.
Try to sneakily go over there and just see if I can just take a quick survey and notice if there's anything moving around inside the town hall, or if there's anything around it.
Okay. We're going to let Bell head out first then, because Jason did mention that he was going to go take a look. And Bell, the building itself looks like it is in a better state of repair than the other buildings you've seen. Getting closer to it, you can tell that the doors have been fixed. They're definitely were broken and have been patched. So there are pieces of iron kind of riveted in place to hold some of the wood together that had been broken. All of the windows appear to have been blacked out from the inside. There's something covering the inside of each of the windows that you see. This building itself is only one level. The church is 2 levels high, or 2 stories high, but only one level, right? So the ceiling goes a lot higher than the town hall. But the town hall is 1 level, and the outside is fancy for the town. The outside is actually a little fancier than the church outside, with more of the ironwork around the corners and stuff to make it look nice. The building itself is the largest footprint of a building in this village, and rough estimate, it's around 50 by 50 around the outside. And the full perimeter all the way around looks, or from what you can tell, all of the windows have been blacked out with something from the inside. And the windows, the openings everywhere on all of these buildings are pretty much the thickness of the stone, which is almost a foot, somewhere between 8 inches and a foot, depending on the building itself. So that the depth of the stone to the inside, where it's dark or blackened, unless you go up in there to check it, you can't tell what it is on the other side. Could just be a curtain, could be, painted wood or whatever.
I would try to, cautiously and stealthily get up to one of the windows to see if I could see if it was a curtain, or if there was any crack in there that I could actually see maybe something inside.
It has the coldness. It has the coldness of iron, but it is definitely painted.
Ooh, okay. And there's no visible people around the outside at all.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So then I'll turn and I'll kind of signal over to the group to head over if they want to or not, I guess.
Yeah.
No, we're getting it done.
Nope, going back. See you guys.
I go back talk to Bob.
Yeah. I'll be back in Ket if you guys need anything. I made a lot of money at the bar.
I got another gig. Yeah, let's go over there.
So, based on the exterior description that I gave for Jason, as Bell looked around, what are you guys going to do?
Well, we can't see in, so...
Right?
Yeah. I'll put my ear up to the glass and see, or to see if I can hear anything inside, just to be sure.
Is there, how's the roof on this building?
This Miles and Siegfried. This was one of the buildings where the ceiling was intact when you were up on the tower. From the ground level, you can't see up there, but when they were up in that tower, this is one of the buildings where the ceiling the roof was intact.
It looks structurally
It looks like it's
sound.
just about all stone.
Did you notice any entryway from the top?
Not from the roof.
Not from where they were. I did want to mention, I completely forgot, Bell saw at least one entryway on each side of the building, but only one main entryway. So one of the sides, call it the left side, has 2 doors on 2 separate spots, and then there's one door on either of the other 2 sides. And all of these doors look like they've been repaired / reinforced / they're in good shape.
Okay. Did I hear anything? Did I hear anything from the inside when I was trying to listen?
I'm trying to think now what we're going to do for listening because there's no listening skill.
It falls under perception.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Let's do that. Let's do a perception roll for Belle, please.
Okay. That is exactly average. 10 plus 1, so 11.
Bare minimum Belle.
We had 120 and 118. Have we had anything else that was over 10 tonight?
No, I don't think so.
You guys is great. You need some new digital or physical dice, whatever that is.
My red dice failed me today.
The whispers of the wind outside and the noises your party is making are louder than anything you could hear on the other side.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, we're all going.
Yeah. Guys, would you just
Right behind him.
We were practicing our
blowing in
sweet
his
stack
ear.
sounds. Yeah. Sweet nothing.
All right. So, I mean, there's four entryways. I mean, do you guys think we should all take a door? And
No, because we don't know where those go.
He's got a point.
No. If there's two next to each other, that's fine. We might end up in the same room, but I can't trust it.
So should we all
We've
just
got
take
the
one-
main
should we all
double
go in
doors
one door?
that go
Look,
in.
how about I just barrel through that front door? You guys come in like gangbusters.
I said we stick together for sure. So yeah, we can do that.
Can we try to break a
Praxis.
window first?
You could
If
try.
we're going to be making noise anyways, I want to
Wait,
see.
can we see through windows?
No, the windows
No.
are blacked out.
Of course
Oh.
they are.
What if I break a window on the opposite side and then you burst through a minute later after I run around?
We have
That's
no
not
guarantee that the window opens into the same room. We would need to
I'm
get
just
one
trying
window
to-
right next to a door.
I'm trying to draw them to a location away from the
Yeah,
front.
no, I like what Miles is putting down right here. Just some deception, and then we go in through the front.
Yeah, that's not bad if you can do it. Make a lot of noise. But
Oh, I can make some noise. Believe me.
here's the other thing.
Especially if you
Here's the
try to
other
break a window that's made out of iron. That would make some noise.
thing. I just want to tell you guys, just prepare yourselves. We could be dealing with the remnants, the undead remnants of these townspeople. Just so get that in your heads right now. It could be pretty messed up.
Hmm. And I'll mention too that all of the entrance/egress, every one of them is made to open outwards. So pushing
So
in will be harder than it
Can we
would
tie
be.
some rope to something and just try to pull it off, or I don't know.
I mean,
Sure.
I got rope. We can definitely do that.
Sure.
It's kind of rough.
Whom would you tie it to?
Probably me. Make a running, just run for it. I don't know.
Hit the
Full rush
ignition and go.
How big are
No,
these windows?
Whatever you'd like to do.
How big are these windows?
Town hall size in a village like this. Let's call them 2 feet wide, 3 feet tall, ish.
So I could technically fit through.
Yeah, anyone could fit through them. Yeah,
But
you'd probably squeeze a little bit, but not a whole lot.
Oh, I was thinking about just blaring my flute through it. That would definitely be loud enough to go and cause them to go ahead that way.
I mean, we can just go through a window, technically.
So,
Door,
how you guys
window.
want to do it? No, I'm fine with planning as much as you like, but
If you want to go through the door, Abraxas, I'd want to. I
Can
don't
we
want you to go in there by yourself. I dedefinitely want to.
Can we get can we get a Randy special map on this? A little bit of I wouldn't mind a little bit of a.
So for this one, Randy, draw a square.
Rectangle
on the-
square or just square?
Mostly square.
Yeah, he said it was like 50 by 50. or
Yeah,
something like that.
approximately 50 by 50-ish. So you don't have to make it perfect, but as long as it's close to square. At
I
the
think it's
bottom
50
of the
paper.
square, you're going to put a double door. On the left-hand side of the square, you're going to put a door towards the top and a door towards the bottom. And then on the top of the square, a door in the middle, and on the right side of the square, a door in the middle.
And while
And
you're
that's
doing
what you
that,
see from the
Abraxas,
outside.
You've been awfully quiet about this. So what do you think? What's your take on the situation?
And where are the
Yes,
windows?
what Randy just put up there, guys, that's essentially, you guys are at the double doors when you approach it from the front.
Where are the windows?
The windows, there's at least one window in between any of the doors.
What about the front, the double doors? Any windows on that
the
side?
windows on both sides of the double door.
All right, why don't we just 2 by 2 2 per window. Go through with torches lit.
Are we
So we get in, toss
Are we
torches
going?
around.
Are we going loud, like crashing through these windows?
Yeah,
or are we trying to like?
yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. We don't know what's in there.
Okay.
Could be one thing. Could be a bunch of stuff. I don't know.
We're saying windows, but
Right.
Belle has learned that it feels like a piece of iron in the window frame on the inside of it.
So it's been reinforced. Okay.
All right. So I don't want anyone to think you're about to break through glass.
Let's just break through the door.
Well, I mean, if they put iron
my
on
son,
the windows, they might have reinforced the doors as well. We can try to break in, but
but the
just in
doors
case
are
we
like
don't.
they cut. We'd have to pull that up. That'd be a lot harder. I'm thinking we don't have like a team of horses to rip the doors off.
Has anyone just tried opening the door yet?
I was going to, but that was an hour ago.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if we really want to be safe about it, we could burn it down.
We don't know if
That's
there's
true.
anyone alive in there that we might.
Yeah, let's
Sure,
see.
yeah,
we know that
over here.
they're
Why
not
don't we just
dead.
go? Why don't we just go there?
All right,
and
I'm
knock
trying
and
the
just see if
doorknob.
there's anyone there? Why
Yeah,
don't we
hold
just
on.
go and knock and see
Actually-
if somebody's there?
Actually, give me a second. Yeah, I'm gonna get
Okay.
checked. Is the door unlocked?
The handle moves freely.
Okay.
Do you want to
I'm gonna
try and
have-
open it, or are you just going to see if the handle is locked?
Yeah, I want to have
Does it say
my.
push or pull on the door?
All of the doors are clearly made to come outwards, to open outwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So slamming
Yeah.
into them would have been the opposite way.
All right. You want
above,
to?
I never mentioned this, but above
All
the
right,
door,
all right.
it says Tranquility in an arch, and in the middle it says Center. So Tranquility Center.
Braxis, if you want to, if you want to try to pull the door open, I pull out my hand crossbow. I'll be on the other side and I'll look in. And
Well, do we want to
go
have
from there.
both doors open? Both these double doors? Or you just want one?
I
of
mean,
them?
if we only just do one, that gives us at least some cover with that door, and we can again maybe contain anything that tries to pop out.
Yeah, Braxis, you duck down and open the doors, and we'll just be ready with some.
Well, I'll just be
arrows.
off to the side. I won't be able to see in. I'll just open the door and be off to the side. You guys,
Yeah,
could do that.
So
Give
I'll
me the
position
thumbs
myself on the other door opposite of where he is. That way, when he opens up, I can just turn with my very tactically and look inside.
I'd also like to revisit something Jason said a few minutes ago. What's Arithmus up to?
Yep.
He's watching. He's waiting. He's waiting for orders, essentially, seeing
He's
what
commiserating.
the group
watching,
decides.
waiting, commiserating.
why don't we all get range weapons out, or at least you
Yeah.
three?
Well, actually, or you know what, Arithmus. I mean, you
I
got
can
the
do
big
this. I
shield.
can have a torch ready. Open door. Toss torch in.
I have my crossbow. I'll turn in. I'll take a look at if Arithmus. If you could just have your shield in front of my head, so that way when I turn in, I have a little bit of protection.
If my shield
and
is
then
in
if
front
there's-
of your head, you can't see.
Well, I not like completely blocking me, but like over
Off
me,
to the
like,
side.
like that. And then if something comes in, I can just pull it down and have some protection from it.
How about instead we have Abraxas open the door, have the big beefy guy with the shield and armor just stand in the doorway and throw the torch in.
That's fun.
We could go that route, I guess, but I mean, I think my route definitely seems a little bit cooler and more tactical, especially if something's coming in. I mean, if something's all the way down the hall and you're just big in armor, you can throw a torch at them, but I can turn and I can, you know what, I can probably stand between your legs while you're armored and still shoot from down there. Now that I think about it,
Just crouch down.
All right, but
Yeah,
I warn you, I have a mule's reflex.
like you like to.
He'll kick if
Like
something
grass and
touches him in the
things?
wrong
No.
place.
Don't worry about it. Abraxas, you ready?
Hit
All
it.
right,
Do you guys want to talk about this for another half hour, or do we want to do this?
no, let's do it. Let's do it.
I was done.
Let's just do it.
Let's go.
Miles is going to need to take the camera and upload this to ThouTube.
Yeah, Siegfried will
Sure,
step.
it's a GoPro because he's using a longbow right now.
Yeah.
It's a GoPro.
GoPro.
Oh
Nice.
no, those are
Hard to
bad. Those are bad.
It's a
don't want
Gorkon.
those.
All right, I'm opening the door. Well, I'm trying
We're
to
going to
get
have
the door open.
open, and both Arithmus and Bell are going
Yeah.
to be at the
Yeah, I'll
door
be-
opening.
I'll be kneeled down underneath Arithmus and with my crossbow looking in.
I'm going to have my shield ready and a torch ready to toss in there.
And
I still
Miles
wanna
try to find some room to aim into.
I still want to toss a torch in, like to try to get some, more lighting, with two torches on the opposite sides of the room, whatever.
Okay. The door does take a little bit of effort, not enough for a strength check, but when you first start pulling it, it's stuck on something, and you just have to pull it a little harder. It makes a bit of noise as the iron and wood kind of creak and squeal. The door does open. As soon as you get the door open a little bit, the daylight starts to go into the building. Inside the building, there is what looks like, call it a reception area, kind of a small area. And that's where the light first hits. And right inside of there, it looks like a carpet that's well worn, a big, nice area carpet on the ground that looks like it was probably expensive 100 years ago. On the ground, it's well worn. Beyond that, as soon as that door opens and the air hits, everybody right there gets the smell of rotten, decaying, nasty.
Whoa. Oh, it smells like Abraxas' feet. Oh,
I don't wear shoes, man. What are you talking about?
I know.
amazing.
I can tell.
Siegfried is actually going to hold his torch out to stop Abraxas from throwing his torch in. I just realized something.
Yeah.
Dust, old carpet, wooden building.
Well, there's wood,
I was
but
fine
it's
with
mostly
that.
stone. Right.
I was fine with that.
Yeah.
The dragon was fine with burning it down. Yeah.
All right. Yeet.
If you toss a torch in, it might catch on the carpet a little bit, but most of the building is stone. Again, similar to the little not campsite, but the base camp area thing that little place you were at. Almost everything is stone. The things that can't be made out of stone are indeed made out of wood or iron. But like the reception desk is a stone desk. The walls inside are stone. So in that area where you first enter, there are doors that head straight in and to either side. And as I mentioned, there's like a stone desk there, a reception desk. The torch just lights the place, catch a little bit of the corner of the carpet on fire, but there's no spreading of fire and it's not horrible. It can see clearly in, and the place is just old, but it clearly has been used more recently, and again smells like decay, death, nasty.
So are there
just short of a Constitution save?
Are there other unlit torches or candles around the place?
Nothing else lit. Only the daylight that is coming in, and the torch has been tossed in.
Is there a place to hang a candle or a torch?
Oh yeah. You could. There are definitely I don't know if it's sconces or the little. The ring on the wall that you can put a torch in. Yeah.
Miles is going to pick up the torch and put it on the wall.
I tactically barrel roll inside the actual place and was looking to see if there's any movement from anything else or any, he said undead things and we can smell death. Just
Siegfried
checking to see.
Well, roll for cool.
Yes.
Siegfried is.
Now I'm curious. Actually, make a roll. I want to see if it looks cool to
20.
everybody else.
Nice.
There you go.
Natural 20. I'll take a picture of it.
I don't mean that to be. So here you go. You roll in there so quietly and so cool that everybody kind of holds their breath in awe of what's going on, and collectively, because of this, you hear a shuffling and moaning noise from on the other side of the door straight ahead.
Bell, I'm going to write about this. That was awesome.
I hold my hands up back towards, because Erasmus is still in the doorway, right? I'm just like...
Into Braxis. I mean, everybody would be at the doorway area now, and you would have just done your wicked cool tumble in there.
Wicked cool. All right. So
I want to see the hand motions for this one.
I just am like...
So since this room seems empty,
right.
Miles is going to go and pick up the torch and put it on the sconce.
Abraxas.
The ring on the wall.
It looks like he wants us to slowly approach the wall, one on either side, and see if we can break through it.
The wall? I mean,
That's
I'm
what he
up for
pointed
that.
at.
All right, so we have doors on each side of us and straight ahead, right?
Correct.
But the straight ahead is where the shuffling was coming from.
That's where, when everybody was quiet for a moment, admiring the halflings
Really
tumble,
cool.
you heard some noises. As soon as you start with your own walking or moving the torch, Randy's got it there on his drawing. That is as close to accurate as we're going to get out of my brain into his paper.
All right, so we're thinking, do those doors open inward, like towards us or away from us? The shuffling.
Let's say away. They would open into the rooms where they lead. So
Right.
they would open away from you.
What do you think, Sig?
I trust Bell here. You and me, either side of that door on the far end. Try to break through.
There's something over there.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, we got
What?
it. It's okay.
Speak up.
There's
They know we're here, man. Come on.
We missed Bell last week.
Me
Definitely.
ripping the door open. Me ripping the door
As
open.
I'm walking
That's a
past him, I'll like pat him on the head. That'll do, buddy. And I'm gonna set up on one side of the door and wait for Abraxas on the other.
Which
Wait
door?
it out.
We're going straight ahead where the
Yeah,
noises
straight
came
ahead.
from.
All right.
Okay.
Can I just like does this door seem kind of heavy, or it's going to be super noisy like the other one, or is I kind of just like open it like half inch or just an inch just to kind of peer in?
Because there's plenty of light in here, you can see this door doesn't look like it's been repaired / reinforced like the other doors around the exterior. This door just looks like it never really fell into disrepair. It just looks like a normal door at this point. So based on, big, tall, heavy dragonborn, it doesn't appear that you would have any problem doing whatever you wanted to this door, whether it be turning the handle or putting your foot through it.
This is Sparta.
Hot.
All right. Are we thinking nice and easy or fast and hard on this?
Actually, I was just thinking about this. You could think of this as
That's what she said.
modern day. Our exterior doors are usually metal with some kind of core, and the interior doors are, balsa wood.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that feeling. The exterior doors are firewall doors, and the interior doors are just kind of interior.
How much daylight is spilling into this room? Is it like crazy bright now?
Plenty, yeah. In this room, the daylight is just as bright as the torch Miles put on the wall.
Huh.
Did you put the torch?
We're midday.
On the
You
wall?
guys found
Yes.
this
No,
place
okay.
around 11, and you've
Let
only
me,
spent
let me get the
a
other
couple of
torch. I'm
hours.
going to toss it in this other room. That's what I want to do. I'm going to take the free
You could
torch
pick
that
up
was
the
on
one
the
that you
floor.
tossed in earlier that was on the edge of the carpet burning it.
Yeah, that's
That's
fine.
the one that Miles put up on the sconce.
Oh, was
Yeah,
it?
so-
Okay.
So I'll take the
Well, you
other
can
one.
take that anyway, because this room is
Yeah.
bright enough, yeah. Okay.
All right, so I want to take
my
one torch.
back.
Well, I want to toss another torch in this room. I want to just open the door just like enough to get the torch in and just kind of see what I can see within like a couple seconds, and then close the door, like a quick.
Okay.
And then I'll give a report and then make a quick decision what we're doing.
So what I want... Oh, Jason just sent a photo.
I sent
Probably
the
natural
awesome roll so that you guys could see.
Oh, nice. What I want to do with this then, Abraxas, is I need you to do a dexterity check, please. I want to see how
Athletics?
quick you can get the door open, the torch in, look, and close it.
Can I use athletics for that?
Good for that for now, guys.
No, I'd
Ignore
say
it.
it's more acrobatics or just dexterity.
All right, I'll go straight dexterity. I guess.
When I think athletics, it's mainly strength. In this case, you're trying to be quick.
Not really my thing, but we'll see how it works out. All right. Straight up dex is 10.
10.
Yeah.
All right. You're able to get the door open, toss the torch. You were tossing it in, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then trying
You
to see what I
toss
can see from that couple seconds before I close the door again.
You toss the torch, and when you look in, you see standing, rotting corpses in front of you, several of them. And that's about what you can make out before one of them turns to look at you before you close the door.
Okay.
And then everybody hears kind of moaning and shuffling louder than before.
How many did I see?
As part of how quick you did it and the roll, You saw at least 4.
Yeah. Okay.
There was probably more, definitely not less.
Okay. Got about minimum 4. There's probably going to be more people in there, and they're undead. So my plan is I say, you guys open the door. I burn down whatever I can in front of our faces, and we let them enter this area. And this is the killing floor here, this reception area.
Okay.
That's what
Sounds like a plan to me.
It's the killing floor. Nice.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah.
All right. If everybody is quickly on board with that plan, what I'd like to do is roll some initiative.
Woo!
Woo!
Okay.
Nice.
Randy, are you going to keep track again?
I will.
Great. If you would, for me, give me 2 initiatives. One is a 5 and the other is a 17.
I'll just replace Goblin 1 and 2 with that.
You could do Z1 and Z2.
Z1? Yep. All right. I rolled a 12 plus 4, so I got a 16.
All right.
18 for Bell.
I got to add Bell. 18. Nice.
Got a 4.
It's better than the 1 you had last time.
I got 11 plus 2.
13. All right.
Nice.
So Bell up
This is
first.
good. It's split up very well. All right.
Yay.
We're going to start the initiative because players were ahead of the monsters in this case. We're going to start the initiative with the description that you gave, that you want to open the door and try and breathe fire at them,
Yep.
I think is what you were going to do.
Yep.
We're going to start there. So we'll start at the bottom of the order so you can do that.
Okay.
Because they're not going to reach the door before then.
Sweet.
So that's how we will start. And then as soon as that is done, we will begin the initiative. And so you guys know the door is a normal doorway width for humanoids. So only 1, maybe 2 could squeeze through at once, but it wouldn't be too easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So really, I'm just trying to, depending who's opening the door, I mean, I'm going to blast in with the fire, and then
Well, I figured it was you because you're still standing there, and all of this is happening in rapid
over
succession.
I'm over by the pew, kind of, or not the pew, one of the places I barrel rolled into.
Yeah,
I'm just
Okay.
there on the side of the door, waiting, great sword out, waiting for instructions.
Yeah, I think Arethnis and Abraxas are the closest ones to the door right now.
Most likely, yeah.
And Miles switched to his longsword instead of his bow for close quarters.
Yeah,
I will
so,
push the door open with my halberd then, since it's long enough, and then just firebomb it.
and things like because it's not a stuck or locked door, it's going to be a free action to open it, free action to ready your weapons. So there's not a worry about whether that interferes with what you wanted to do.
All right, so for them, it's just going to be a dex save for half damage. So DC is 11. DC 11 dex save.
And what I'm going to do with that is
It's 15-foot cone, so
we're going to do just the first group. 6. What was the DC? No, 6 isn't going to do it.
yeah,
11
11.
to the DC.
Yeah, rotting corpses don't have the best dexterity modifier.
So you're getting 2d6 damage here. Well, it's going to be 10 points of damage.
Now, is that area of effect 10 each?
Yes, it's just the cone of flame.
Okay. I'm going to need to write this down. So let me grab this and let me just write end of the episode. Okay, got it.
Dang it.
We will pick up the beginning of this combat in our next one as the flames leave Abraxas into the pile, the shambling horde of rotting corpses coming at you.
It was just getting good.
That's how it always goes.
So, yeah.
Cliffhanger.
All right, so we're good for now. We'll wrap this up and we can
You
all
guys waited.
play.
See ya.
Bye. Zombie blood next episode.
Be sure to drink your flaming dragon.
The The preceding podcast was brought to you by onejoeyoung. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.